absolutely have them written across that the sound is okay. If it's not okay, I will just put on my headset for half so I just don't understand why this is happening right now. And I apologise to the viewers because, yeah, bear with me 1 sec and I'll be back to you with a different mic. Sorry, I do have the audio off at the minute because my mic is extremely distorted. I'm just trying to sort it there. Okay, just bear me. I will be out with 5 minutes and just trying to get that remote set up now. How's it now? Starting again. Super. Super. So let's hopefully pray that this sounds a bit better now. Let me know anyway guys if it does or doesn't sound any better. Nope. Oh, this is heartbreaking, but unfortunately it's the best I can do for tonight, so it is going to be a bit distorted, so I do apologise. And I wouldn't mind I've turned TikTok off as well. That just sounds so loud. Which is crazy, so I do apologise guys. It is what it is, there's not much we can do about it now, you know. It is what it is. So I'm going to jump on now with the hot lap by Chris guys, because he's doing a great job on this.
Hello and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. This week's track guide is Watkins Glen. With a 144.065, I would imagine if you're sort of late 145, 46s and onwards, then you should find this useful. If you like the video, give it a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you for the next one. Thank you. So we're just heading down to the start finish line now. To the marshal there on your left. So what we're looking for is a 200 board on your left hand side. If you find that's too late, brake a little bit earlier, because the important thing here is to get the power nice and early. Now there's a raised curb here. Try and stay off it and aim for the yellow part here I've marked. Get on the power nice and early. You can use all of this curb. You can keep the right hand wheels all the way up to that point. Keep this section nice and smooth. Try and stay off this part of the curb. You can use a little bit of this next part, but again don't overdo it. And stay off this part of the curb again. Try and straight line it as much as possible. Be nice and smooth. The idea is to maximise your top speed. Now you're looking for the 300 board on your left hand side. Brake into the corner, down to 4th. Get on the power over the curb. Get on the brake, down to 3rd, straighten the car up, and you should be able to get on full power again. Maximising all the curbs. Aim for the middle of the road. Bring the car in. You may keep it in the 4th, but in the Honda I find 3rd's best. And when I see the marshals, I find that that's my point to now get on power again. You can use all this exit on your left, but again don't go over the curbing. You can go off track and you can hit the wall if you're not careful. Look for this bit of concrete on your right hand side as your braking reference. Brake into the corner but don't get onto it. You want a late apex here. Down into 2nd. Get onto the curb in the late apex and you should be able to get the power nice and early. Put 2 wheels in this curb. Get over to the left hand side, and it's the 100 board, which is the last board. Either one will do. Brake into the corner to 2nd, rotate the car around the corner, then get on the power, but be smooth with your inputs and your steering to try and keep the back end in shape. There's an excess concrete here on the track. You can use that, but make sure you get back off it and not onto the grass. Now what you want to do here is brake about halfway between the 100 and the 200 board, so about 150, give or take. Again, brake towards the corner but not onto it. You want a late apex again. Get on the power, be careful because you can lose the back end. Don't go over this curbing. And the aim there on your throttle is to be nice and smooth. Look for this board on your right hand side. And once again you want to brake towards the corner but late apex, being gentle with your steering, being gentle with your throttle. Same as the last corner, these 2 corners you can lose your back end if you're not careful. Put 2 wheels in this curb. Again be careful with the wall. With this corner what I find is that I lean towards the corner, get off throttle and get straight back on it again. Make sure you don't get your left hand wheels over the end of the curb. And then you're looking for this billboard on your left hand side. Get it over to the left hand side of the track as well. Roll into the corner in 3rd. Don't go over the curb. use all the curving on the left hand side, but be careful not to hit the wall. And now it's a run down to the start finish line. Anyway, I hope you liked it. If you did, like and subscribe to the channel, and what we'll do, we'll rerun the video again without stopping it. Thank you.
What a dude. Yeah, I don't know why this stream is this so bad. I really don't understand why this is happening today. I really don't. But hopefully I'm just going to talk really low as well, and that hopefully might help. So guys, not too far away now from qualifying. I'm really looking forward to this. Jesus Christ, that is so bad. That is awful. Guys, I might just do this without audio for a few minutes to figure out. I'm going to go through all the settings, and after running through all the extra suppression and stuff like that, I just don't understand why this happened. Better. Hopefully it might be, I don't know. Let's wait to see what happens. I was trying to listen to here as Nicholas goes sideways and off. So, no, I can still see it's maxing out for some reason. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. Yeah, it is very quiet, but I'm afraid that it's going to blow the ears off you. So, no, I can still see it's maxing Oh no. Seems to be better now. Does it seem better now, guys? How's the feedback with it? I'm just hoping now it will be where it needs to be. So yeah, if you can give me that feedback, good. Oh, that took ages. Well, you're saying set it to max. I'm just afraid of going too mad with this. But if it sounds good, I have a limiter on it as well, so it shouldn't peak the way it was. But I'm actually messing with settings there, literally for the last, as you can imagine. So yeah, if you can give me that feedback. So it's, yeah, I'm happy enough with that. So look, guys, it is what it is. I'm going to try to get this back on TikTok now as well, because I turned everything off, but like TikTok wasn't making any difference after. So I'm going to go back onto TikTok, get back going and get everything going now. Got a bit of background hum. Okay, I can get rid of that. I can put on the noise suppressor for that. I just took that suppressor off, but I can add that into it, no problem at all now. So let me go there now. So how's the background quality now? Is there any background noise or hums anymore, or has that gone? Just for myself so I know. Perfect. Grand. Sorry guys, I honestly don't know what happened with the mic there. I really don't understand what was going on. So 15 minutes of free practice left. Haven't even got one interview in yet. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. But we'll get back on going. I'm going to open up the TikTok studio and get you back live there as well, because I was terrified that I was going to be on TikTok as the screen goes. I'm back. You'll have TikTok open in front of you. I do apologise. This has been a very fun stream so far. For fuck's sake. But anyway, we're here and that's the main thing. Right, let's get you back going and out there. Windows 11, yes. But like, this is the first time I've ever had an issue with my mic in a stream. And there is no actual reason for it. I really don't understand it. So I'm going to start it now on Watkins Glen. Yeah, go live. So let's see how this goes. Why isn't it letting me go live here? Well, that's my first time Fiesta having any problems with the mic. It was just a very, very unusual situation. Very, very new for me anyway, I tell you that. So of course, right, we're going to go live on TikTok now. Hopefully now the mic stays the same and we're going again, which is good. Now, why isn't there any game sound from this? But yeah, great to have everyone along. Gonna jump into the audio settings here on TikTok to see what the crack is with them, if they let me. They don't seem to be letting me. No, well, actually, to be fair, I did do how are you Fang? Back with audio eventually. I don't know what was going on with the mic. It's literally taken me forever, but we're here and that's the main thing. Let me see here now. Sorry guys, just going through the last few bits. I will get a few driver interviews in as well. I'll try and get one in quality if I can. This has just been a lot more strenuous than we would have expected. So I'm going to end that there now. And then let me see if I can get into my audio settings. I'm just getting this stream to look nice on TikTok for you as well, guys. That's grand. Grand job. Let's get on what other cars are out there. We get a different car in the Lexus, so going with the Mark we're holding. We're getting the last few bits done, guys. This has been definitely an interesting stream so far, anyway. Why isn't the volume working for it? Right, pre-race poo time. Fair enough. Is there nothing wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. Let me check here. No, I just want to check all the sound stuff out as well. I just want to make sure that we are a-okay, guys. There we go now. So I think we are a-okay. I think everything should be back to normal now. So let me get in here if I can. Don't go full. Won't go full with that. Certainly won't go full with the mic. But guys, I think we are back, which is good. Good to see. And so input volume is good. Yeah, so look, yeah, I think we're all good, guys. All good. So let's get in. I'm gonna see, can I get someone in for a quick interview before we get to start on the actual qualifying as well. It'd be nice for guys to be able to have a quick chat beforehand. So let's see how it goes. So, oh, Discord. Harper's actually on pole, by the way, guys. Just to give you a quick look at the times, because unfortunately I'd be more focused on getting the volume back for you guys. So that is the timing at present. So now I'm gonna try this again. How you doing, Ryan? Sorry about the very long delay there. You alright?
Yeah, don't worry about that. All sorted.
Holy Jesus Christ! Yeah, it took only 5 hours.
At least it's done now.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know what it was because I've not changed none of the settings, so I don't understand. Maybe Windows 11 decided to go mad. I don't know.
Well, to be fair, my game went all weird the other day after I did an update. I had to change all my ACC settings back, so went around.
Yeah, I suppose I did do an update yesterday and I hadn't streamed in the last few days, so yeah, possibly that might have just been something with that as well.
Yeah, maybe.
So anyway, we'll talk about yourself anyway. How are you feeling for tonight's race?
Yeah, not bad. Pretty confident, but I've just seen Cooper signed up who's pretty quick, who could give me a bit of grief tonight, but what to say, it's all on tactics tonight.
Oh yeah, and are you going to share your tactics now?
Not decided, honestly. I'm not going to clue until after qualifying. I'll see where I qualify, and then I'll go from there. But it's the question of tyre change, because it kills your tyres this track, so it's whether you go half and half, do a tyre change, or go a bit later, do a tyre change, or try and go without doing it. It's that whole question, really. Oh, not sure.
And you reckon you could go the whole thing without doing it?
You could do a stint, you could do an hour stint, no problem, but it depends how much it drops off the time, how much it costs you, and with the setup of the Ferrari, it's a bit sketchy. Tyres go, because the rear end can go around, so you don't want to go off either, so those things to think about.
Yeah, very true. Should be quite an interesting one. Fiesta Power saying, nah, 38 degrees is lovely. Who doesn't like 105 degrees front lefts?
Oh yeah, solid. The temperature's massive. It's probably adding half a second of lap season.
Surely. And who do you reckon will be your competition tonight now? Because you are one of the quicker guys, obviously, in this.
Yeah, main guys: Vickers, DeSantis, Tedder, Cooper now. Sky's normally up there. Rich can be quite quick. Rich Gasson.
Nice.
Yeah, it's probably 5 or 6 lad guys who can be up there. And like I said, depends if you keep it on the track. Depends who changes tyres, who doesn't. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Definitely, it's definitely going to be an interesting one as well. But I suppose for anyone who is watching this, like the last few streams that ourselves on and who's new to it, obviously they see you're one of the faster guys. So how long have you been sim racing, and what made you kind of get involved in the whole sim world?
Not too long actually. I've always been interested in cars and racing and stuff, but kind of not really done anything about it. Probably about 2 years ago, I think, I bought like a G29 Logitech, started playing GT Sport on PlayStation.
Okay.
Dipped in and out for a few months, then sold it, got rid of it. Didn't really play it. Went to back playing like doing all that type of stuff on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Then probably about just under 2 years, 18 months ago, I bought another one.
Okay.
Ended up finding ACC. Found a few guys who had a league called EOA on PlayStation.
Right.
I raced with them. Got literally booked. Then literally within probably about a year, 18, bought a PC. It's January. Actually just gone 2022. Bought a PC. Just gone from there.
Fair play to me. Honestly, fair play to you, because it takes a lot to be getting into it, and to get into the place that you're at. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not restricted on PlayStation. That's why I bought the PC and in here and all different pros. Get you. I see Band Balance gets it as well.
Honestly, that's honestly, it's fairly amazing, to be fair about it. Let me see here now as well. What to ask you as well, right? So, what would be your best kind of tips for anyone new coming into it? And if you could speak to yourself when you're starting back out, what would be the 3 tips for you to kind of get your feet in without, as far as getting disheartened? Because obviously it's a huge jump for anyone coming from the likes of Formula 1 or GT Sport or that, because it's a completely different kind of feel.
Yeah, just stick with it. Do your research. Have a look how the faster guys do it. And try and get in with people who are quicker and know what they're doing. Ask for tips. That's what I did when I first started. Some guys were like mega fast. Just asked for tips. Start practicing. It just takes a while to get used to how the cars react, how to trail brake. That's one thing I had to learn when I first started. Learning the techniques of how to drive and get quicker and quicker, really. Like I say, get away from playing arcade games like F1 and GT Sport. Get away from them as quick as you can and learn how to drive. Look at the simulators.
Oh, fair play to you. That's honestly, like, for me, to see someone, you're saying like you're not doing it that long compared to others, and you're already pretty much at the top level. Like, it's a crazy thing. Like, and like, were you always really fast? Were you naturally just fast? And then, as you say, dealing with kind of talking to the faster guys that you were racing with at the time, maybe getting a few extra tips. But was your natural pace always there?
A little bit. I've always been quite competitive in my jobs in sports. I'm quite good at like acting to new things and getting into new things. When I was younger, I always into F1, and my dad took me now against like go-karting, and I was always like naturally quick. I knew like the racing lines off quite quickly and things like that through like studying.
Yeah.
But coming on here, obviously, it was totally different kettle of fish, because obviously I had to learn all the different techniques.
Yeah.
But once I've done that and analysing it, just practice doing it. It's just a little bit of both, really. A little bit of natural talent, but also a little bit of learning and things about what you do. Yeah.
Absolutely. And what are you aiming for tonight? Are you aiming for the race win?
Yeah, that's the aim. It's going to be tough, like I say. It's just thinking about tactics, really. I think that's going to be, how long you're taking the pits, keeping it clean is one of the main things.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going for the race win, but see what happens.
And who do you think is your biggest contender here tonight? Like, when you've looked at the Thursday racing, as well as obviously he was out there tonight. I know Tedder's only joined very late as well, so we wouldn't be expecting him to be jumping, going for hot laps now, just kind of getting his eye in.
Yeah, Tedder's quick, like I said. Davis, guy's quick. Pupu's just joined the league, quick. Santis is very quick, but he's kind of steady, don't make many mistakes. He's going to be steady and always putting in quick laps.
Yeah.
Vickers, again. Like I say, Rich, I said top 6 on there and said all quite close. So, like I say, if anybody makes a mistake, someone will jump on it.
Yeah, and there's a few of the pro-ams as well that are up there as well, and the time is at the minute in the top 10, which is good to see. They could give you a bit of a headache too, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, there's a few in there who are quite quick on their own right as well, like you say. I said only a second off. Anything can happen.
Oh, that's brilliant. And any tips? So I know you're probably not going to give away what your strategy is for tonight, whether you're going to do a tyre change. I suppose it all depends on the gap you have, but any tips for this kind of track, or and to look out for any corners? Or
the bus stop's massive here. If you can push it, you can get a load of time there, but also if you push it too much, the rear end can just go, and that could be a race over, really. So it's kind of in quality, you can push it as much as you can and try and gauge. But I find the airpin, the fast airpin, find that's a game changer as well. If you can get a good exit out of there, gain a lot of time through that section, and T1 as well. That's probably my weakness. I was going to give anything away. Sector 1 is my weakness, so I'm probably 2 or 3 attempts off the pace there. So I could be defending into the bus stop if I don't get a good exit out of there. The guys behind me.
Davey's just after pipping you as well there. He's on a 1:23.7 at the minute.
Yeah, I've got more time in me. I don't want to give it away, but my time I've set there, there's a lot more time in there. Yeah, it was just kind of lay down, just a quick quali run to see what I can do. But yeah, I've probably got a few more attempts in there if I can nail a lap, so I'm not too worried about that.
Well, what I'll ask you then, from the poll on Thursday, if you can remember, are you faster or slower than that?
What was that, 43.8?
I think it was, yeah, 43.8, yeah.
If I nail my lap, I fancy a 43.5, but
Wow.
Depends on the temperature and if I can absolutely nail it. But that 43.7 will be tough to beat.
You do know that's only about 0.3 of a second off the real world GT3 lap record around Watkins Glen.
Wow. I think the game's slightly quicker anyway. I think there's more exploits in that you can do to it. But yeah that's good.
He done that in the Bentley, it was, yeah. But look, good luck for the race. I'm glad I finally got to talk to you before I smashed my mic. So at least we've that done.
Yeah. Well, hope it goes alright anyway.
I know it should do anyway. But no, look, best of luck in the race, and hopefully we don't get a repeat of what happened on Thursday where the front two had a bit of a touch and kind of killed that little fight after, I think it was 2 laps.
Yeah, I just hope everybody is a little bit more cautious and don't try any stupid things.
Yeah.
It's tough to overtake around there, but as long as they don't push it,
yeah,
hopefully it'll be a good race.
It's a long race, so race smart, isn't that always how they do it?
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Well, look, thank you very much for joining in, and best luck in the race, mate.
Yeah, thanks, man. Cheers.
Take it easy. Bye, bye, bye. Right, we finally got an interview in anyway, which is good. And a great insight from Ryan. It seems like a lovely guy, and naturally just quick, obviously, with these cars. So, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one tonight because it is very, very close. So Chris Tedder's going up and up the timings now, and he's going to jump up again by the looks of it. On this lap, he's starting to put in a faster time again. So Chris was here. This is the guy who done the track guide for his, and he joined late. He was actually out racing today. So I'm very interested to see what he can do. Can he get his feet back into it fairly quick? I know he put a lot of time in. So we're going to put on the time in here now as he goes around, and we'll see, does he jump up and where does he jump up to. He's currently in 11th spot. And as April, AA's April in 7th is actually on a time lap up. You see Yuan in 20th is actually up nearly a second and a half. So there's going to be a few swaps here as this is now over. Let's see where Tedder jumps to. He's a second up, which will put him in around 4th, 5th place. I see Yuan jumps up into 10th spot there. That was a nice little lap. So what can Tedder do now, as it is his last lap? He's up quite a bit of time now, 1.2 seconds. Nearly 1.3. He's going to jump up to the top 5 easy. Yeah, and with that, yeah, he jumped up into the top 5. So we just go to drive, and we wait for the 4. So this is qualifying. So how qualifying is done here, guys, it's done in 2 sections, okay? So the first 15 minutes we will have one, and then the second 15 minutes we will have the other. So I'm pretty sure by the looks of it now who is actually leaving. So it's the pro-ams out first, so it's the amateurs that are out first. So let's see what these can do here. What is all that stuff up on the screen? Go back to drive. Must be just an outlap, possibly. April is out there as well. It's shown a lot of details that I wasn't expecting. There we go. As we're going around, guys, this track looked traction control all the way in this race. Really, Cooper? You reckon traction control? Are you not brave enough to go without the traction? tyre. Yeah, well look, I suppose, yeah, how hard are you on the throttle? But I found with games, when I was racing in these kind of games, when I actually did race a few years ago at this stage properly, I always found with traction control it did kind of eat the tyres a little bit more. I thought it was just, now maybe that was just because it was a Formula 1 game at the time. I wasn't in the top kind of echelon of ACC or anything like that. But I found definitely with this Formula 1 that it was it was definitely harder on tyres when you had traction control. So this will be interesting to see how you do get on. Could well be very, very interesting. Liam Smith flying through there now. And it's beautiful looking Mercedes, to be fair about it. I love that livery. And I think I figured out what it was that had the mic going mad. So for me to stream on TikTok and on Twitch, I'm going to have to put 2 mics in. So I'll get another mic at the weekend. So then I can run 2 mics, because if it means getting more eyes on this amazing league and all this amazing racing, I'm happy to do so. Going quite well at the minute. So how's he looking here? So he's looking like a nice little time there. He's up nearly a second there. So Smith goes into the lead, but straight away, straight by. I'm gonna jump on with Garcia here now. Garcia into the top 3, which is quite good to see. Then we have, it looks like Cooper. It was a nice lap. He's up nearly a second here at the minute. And he's just going up and up and up time, so. He's absolutely flying around there. A second and a half. This will be an interesting one to see what exactly he does do. I wonder if the pros are looking at this and kind of getting a bit of information about where the grip is and where anyone's struggling as well. It looks like he's doing alright though. Gone around there, not too bad at all. So he is by far the fastest. Now we're waiting on Swack to get a lap in there. So you can see how hard he is running at the minute. He's giving it his all. Oh, runs very wide. He's given up on that one. Right, let me see who's out. That's a very subtle looking livery for him. Azapril out there attacking away as normal. I'm interested to see what the pros do, but I have to say, very respectable times so far, to be fair, from these AMs. Like, look at the time there. 143.9 so far is the fastest of the arms. That's absolutely redonkulous. Very interesting. Quite a wide gap in times otherwise, but interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Lock is up quite a bit of time. Lock is up about 0.4 of a second. Oh, lovely exit there. He's after gaining another half a tenth. She's just off being a half a second up now. So I'll tell you one thing, these Pro-Ams definitely have some pace in them, so the pros won't have it all their own way. At all. So Locke has lost a little bit of time there. Can he pull it back? Cooper's improving so far, guys. No word of a lie. What is going on here? Cooper's a little rocket out there. Chris, this is going to be a belter. If Thursday's out to go by, and with the pace I'm looking at here. So Locke is jumping up there, but look at Cooper though. Cooper is up. He's going to be a 143.5 if he keeps going at this rate, if he doesn't lose any time. This is ridiculous. Like, in a good way, obviously. Wow, 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 is all I'm going to be saying. He's lost a little bit of time there, but can he keep it going? He obviously got a slow drive out. He's lost over a tenth. But he's after gaining quite about half of it back. He's after gaining a lot of time there around that corner. He's going to go to 143.5 here. Whew. Come on, guys. Seriously. Like, that time there for a Pro-Am, would you stop? That's brilliant. Pros are definitely going to be sweating it tonight. Pole, it's definitely going to be hard because there's a lot of pace. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys really have. And Chris, I know well you have a tenth or two up your sleeve as well. So I'm very interested to see what you guys have. Smith up and third in that Mercedes. Lovely sound off that Merc. So Goatsek is up about 7.5 tenths there. Stays where he is, but lovely sound out of that Lexus. Newton's up a bit of time here as well. So what can Newton do? It's absolutely on it. And that's not a bad job so far. So everyone is up a bit of time at the minute. They are going for it. As we know, 5 minutes left in the Pro-Ams qualifying. Then we're on to the main one. As oh, Cooper, that's all she wrote, baby. I think there's a bit more time in you, Cooper. 143.5. I seen the deltas. I seen there's about another tenth and a half. You could be on a 143.3, maybe 143.4. Like, there's time everywhere from these people. So Newton is minutely improving. Askew is improving by quite a bit. He's nearly 2 tenths up. As I say that, he drops an awful lot going around that one corner. So he's lost a good bit of time there. Look at Jones though. Jones is up half a second. Jones is gaining more and more time here. Newton's up half a second as well. Oh, car crash ahead. Slows him down slightly, but not by much. We'll jump on with Tim Smee after this one. Because Smee is flying it. He's absolutely flying it out there. Up half a second so far, guys. Don't forget 3 minutes left for the Pro-Ams and qualifying, then we're straight into the Pros. So Cooper is up a tenth of a second so far. Let's see what Cooper can do now. As I said, Cooper's lost a little bit of time, but not much. Not much. I wouldn't be too worried if I was him. Okay, he's lost a bit too much now. Swack is up a bit of time, so I'm going to go in with Swack. I just want to go on whoever's actually up a bit of time. Swack's up a nice bit of time there now. 2/10. Jones behind him's up a little bit of time. Cooper started his last lap. I'm assuming these would all be last laps, but I could be wrong. So far, Swack is staying up 2.5 tenths at present. Cooper is fairly staying even, but Swack now is up 0.6 of a second. This is great going here in the McLaren. Under a bit of pressure as well, pretty much knowing this could be it. Loses a bit of time there, keep the foot in, keep it going, get that time back. Get that time back, good lad. Oxen's out there. So yeah, it really does look like, so after as April's gone off for Asprey. So Swack here is going to be jumping up quite a few spots actually. Nice lap up into 4th spot. But Newton not giving up for 4 tenths. Jones up 0.6 of a second as well. So there's going to still be a few changes here before we hit these 15 minutes. Everyone's on their last lap. Half a second up for Newton, 0.6 of a second up for Newton. Newton's flying out there now. How much more time can he find? Oh, looks like it's going to be half a second, 0.6 of a second. Great job from Newton, jumps up into 4th spot right at the end. Cooper out, 1:43.585, so it looks like that is it. And we're going to be getting the big boys out there now. As this is now the big boys, the Pros. And just for the times there, a 1:43.5 to be, that was a lap and a half by Cooper, a second pretty much clear of his closest rival in his division. That is amazing, but it's so close the whole way through there, so let's see what these guys can do. Thank you for the likes. So guys, here we are. Pros are now out. Let's see what they can do. Amateurs have done a stellar job, to be fair about it. So Harper, I think, is the first out. Oh, he's not the first out as well now. Who is the first out ahead of Harper? Header's behind Harper. Gamble's out quite a bit behind, so I'm going to stay on with Harper, I think. and we go from there. So Harper now is starting his time lap. Let's see what he can do. Chris Tedder is right behind him as well, so that's going to be very, very fun. Chris did say before he got into the qualifying himself, when the Pro-Ams were out there, that qualifying is going to be hard, and honestly it looks like it is going to be hard. There's an awful lot of fast drivers here today. Let's see how busy Harper is looking inside that car. Steering looks very, very smooth input. Let's see here, coming down to the next one, you can see nice little tap of the brakes, 2 gears down, nice and steady. That's lovely and steadily done from him. Not an overuse of carbs. Lovely done. I use the right amount of carb. Chris is right on him though as well, so these two are going to be very, very close. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. These two are so close. It looks like Chris Tedder is slightly faster. This is going to be interesting, and it's going to make it a very, very fun part of qualifying here. Look how close these two are. So Chris is definitely gaining on him. So here we go, first times across the board from these two. Where's it going to bring them? Harper into second spot with a 144.20, and Tedder gave up on that one. So let's jump on with Davis and that beautiful Aston Martin Martini. Let's see. Just absolutely brilliant stuff here, and this is 1.5 seconds up, so I don't really know the exact time. So let's see where Davis goes. Up in the 4th spot then for Davis. So the pros are starting to overtake in the higher echelons. We jump on with Foster here now. Foster's down in 27th at the minute there. But Cooper and Asprey and Smith and Newton all in the top 10 still at present, which is great to see. It's great to see these pros and pro-ams mixing it up like this. So Chris clipped a wall. Qualifying P and Am. Friends, you're doing very well, mate, and thank you so much for the cheers, mate. Thank you so much. Chris, that's unlucky that you clipped the wall, man. And Cooper, to be honest with you, I think you have a great chance of holding the actual the pole, because Harper did say to me he's aiming for a 135.5. So the interesting fact that you're doing those times now, that's brilliant. We're on with Jorgels here now. Only fans, go on, yes, Sonia. What a livery. Oh, that's epic. That is epic. Absolutely love it. Ah, okay, Cooper, now I get what you meant then. So it's one thing doing a fast lap with the Honda, but it's another thing maintaining the tyres for the full race pace. So quite interesting, to say the least. Bit of a clip of the wall there. Stays up a 1.5 seconds. Where can Jorgels go to? Jorgels up in 16th spot. Oh, Foster there in that beautiful BMW. So Harper is in the pits again. Actually, where is Tedder? Mr. Tedder, should we jump on with you, Horsebox? This is the man who done the track guide for you there in the practice sessions. So let's see what Tedder can do here now. He's absolutely flying it there. He is carrying some speed through there. Gotta give it to the guy. He's absolutely flying it, isn't he? He's absolutely flying it. The person who wins away pins is the person with the least drop off, who doesn't need to change tyres. Yeah, so even Harper was saying that to me as well about the tyres. He doesn't know himself whether he's going to do a tyre change or not, and I find that quite an interesting thing, that people are still kind of confused on whether they should or shouldn't change tyres. So for me, that's very, very interesting. So Tether there is on a very good lap, to be fair. And now he's coming down that main straight. That was a lovely lap by Tether up into 4th spot. So Gasson's out there now. Still waiting on Gamble and Brewer really to get a proper lap in, so, and Jurgles. Gasson is improving there, up a few tenths. Nice to see it. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. Nicely done there. I love that camera angle, it's just so beautiful, isn't it? How you doing, CJW Racing? How are you keeping, Horsebox? How are you doing, man? So he's done a slight improvement, nothing much here. Gamble though is on quite a good lap. So we'll stay on with Gamble for a minute, guys, and see what he does. Because it's looking like Gamble is on a tidy, tidy little lap. Yeah, he's absolutely on it there. Jurgles needs to get a lap in. Brewer's on a good lap as well, so keep an eye on Brewer. Where does Gamble go? Gamble goes up into 13th spot. I'm with Brewer here. Brewer up to 20th. So he is using the ARC livery, which is actually gorgeous. And how is Mr. OnlyFans himself? Oh, runs very wide. So we come down here because Cooper or Harper's after starting a lap now. So let's see what Harper can do. Seaball in the race, number 6 mark, new driver only joined in this week. Yes, bro, I was only commentating on you on Thursday. You done an amazing job in your first race. So tonight is going to be very, very interesting for yourself, bro. In 16th at the minute, and let's see where you end up. Going to be very interesting for you. So Harper hasn't really improved yet. Now he's only gaining a bit of time on his lap. It's kind of up and down. DeSantis is kind of where he is. They're all very close. So I'm going to keep an eye on the top 4 now, guys, because we're in the last 4 minutes of qualifying for this 1 hour race around the amazing Watkins Glen. And a day race, not like a night race that was on Thursday. So let's see what we can do. So Harper is kind of just setting himself up, I think, more than anything else. Although Jay Holden's on a bit of a faster lap here on that beautiful Mercedes. So let's see what he can do. This will be interesting now. I'm just waiting to see who comes where. Yeah, Cooper, can we just stop it out? Unfortunately, we can't just stop now. It's just one of those things, isn't it? But we'll wait to see. We don't know what's going to happen. Let's wait and see. That's all I can say. So Hold'em in the end actually does not improve. Davis looks like he is improving at present, so we'll jump on with Davis. Whoa. As we do have bits going on. Can we just stop and race now on results and quality position? Yeah, look, I think we get the old quality position results in. I'll push for that as well for you. So Davis is up quite a bit of time so far. So Davis looks like he could improve up and jump Holden here at the minute. So let's see. So he does jump Holden, but can Harper, can anyone else actually jump? Who are Mr. OnlyFans here? Mr. OnlyFans himself. He's flying down that straightaway. Look at that, OnlyFans, who's your man? And he's up quite a bit of time, to be fair about it. So CJW Racing, I will be keeping an eye on you. Obviously Cooper, you're absolutely biting your fingers there at the minute. So I can confirm Harper is not going out for another go at this. Tedder's out there. I'm assuming he'll get around in time for a lap to be done. Jurgles will jump a spot or two, not by many, but he will jump up. So DeSantis has started a lap there now as well. And DeSantis, I can absolutely confirm, is flying. As well as Chris Tedder now. So Cooper is hoping that Tedder doesn't improve half a second, that DeSantis does not prove 0.3 of a second, and if they don't, absolutely game on for them. Absolutely game on for them if that's the case. So there we go, Jurgles has jumped up. So Tedder in 4th spot, hasn't found anything yet. DeSantis hasn't found that, and in fact, no one really has. I think Cooper might have this. Dare I say Cooper has this. Foster's out there as well. Yeah, Cooper, I have to say congratulations on that qualifying. That was an amazing lap time. 0.165 was ahead of Harper. Definitely nothing to be sniffed at, brother. Definitely nothing to be sniffed at. It's all about race game now. Wow, wow, wow. That's a shock for me. I did expect a pro to be up there, but I'm delighted to see Pro-Ams on pole and a Pro-Am then in 9th spot with Asprey as well. Then Liam Smith then is in 13th, Newton's 14th, Swack 15th, Wall 16th, Lock 17th, Smee 18th, Askrew 24th, Garcia 22nd, and Jones 23rd, Gozak 24th with looks of it, and Oaksan 244. And then you've got pros literally everywhere else. Guys, wow, wow, wow is all I can say. Absolutely crazy. That is the last car on the track. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Wow. Quite simply, wow. So guys, as normal, what we'll do now, So can do 42s when cold. Oh, really? So the track temps is really that important, I suppose. Yeah, your front left is absolutely getting tortured out there. Wow. Okay. CJW Racing, best of luck as well, brother. Enjoy the race. And Cooper, you enjoy the race, and I am genuinely rooting for you, and I'd love to see you get an all race win there. Benj, how are you keeping? Festa, DeSantis, the Blue Rider, Sparky, Glencove, everyone. Let's enjoy a good race. I'm going to jump on now to our lovely intro.
You can still go, even when you feel slow, you can still go, even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They're deceived with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go,
This is going to be epic now. Let's see what they can do on this race. It's just going to be absolutely crazy. Harper is doing everything he can. I think he's trying to keep his tyres cooler than everyone else's. Going nice and easy. getting heat into the brakes there as well. A nice little touch. I do love seeing all of this as well and seeing the differences. He's looking to keep his tyres cooler. Harper's looking to get more heat into the tyres. DeSantis, I don't know, I think DeSantis is happy enough with the cooler. He's not really swerving too much or going too mad. So this is going to be quite an interesting one. I'm really looking forward to it now. Who will come out on top? We're going to know in an hour's time anyway. As we're coming around here to the last corner. Oh no, is it? No, it's not the last corner, sorry. No, I am. Gone mad, I am. So the race is so close to starting. Who's going to come out on top? I'm actually, just get going, will you? They were all lined up, swerving away, getting heat in. Oh, Cooper is doing everything he can there. He's trying to keep the temperatures very, very settled, which is good to see. Let's stay on here. We'll try to get a few of these cars in. So many of them there. Right, we're back on now with the race leader as we're going to get ready for this race start, guys. Good luck to everybody who is racing. Thank you everyone for joining me. It's great to see all the people in supporting the stream and their community. It's always great to see that as well. So keep it up, guys. Harper is mad to go for it. Harper is not waiting around. Cooper's going to have to get on the throttle that bit earlier. They're off now, and Cooper got the better start from Harper, but DeSantis going up the inside now of Harper also. So Cooper has a lovely line. Everyone has to kind of back out of a Harper let off. Now, you look at that back there, Harper got a great start, but look at this. Tethers after getting by DeSantis. Has to run a little bit wide. DeSantis is coming back down the inside there. We all know DeSantis is fast, but Harper has that line, which is most important, and has now got the car ahead. But I wouldn't be cutting into DeSantis too much there. So, in fairness, Cooper's got a great start. Harper got a good start as well, but Davies is literally right there with them. So Tedder's doing a great job there at present. So they're all settling out a bit. I'm just going to jump back here because look at this. Asprey has Gamble, has Holden and Wan. Everyone's right behind him there as well. They're all looking for ways by. Oh, this is going to be a nice move to the upside if he can hold it. And he does hold it. That is a great move in that BMW M4. He does have the outside line though. And loses the position back, so great stuff there, great stuff there. Oh, so what's happened Seawall? Seawall is now going to last, so we may go back there. See what happens Seawall here, guys. Sorry about this. Seawall was going fine. Looked like he was doing alright. Did he get a touch? Or what happened to him? Because he just dropped off. Oh, he did. He got touched. That was unlucky for him there now. But look at this though. Mr. Harper is very, very close now to Mr. Cooper. So that's what Cooper's looking at now at the minute. He's not doing a bad job though, not doing a bad job. It looks like Gamble has got by Asprey there. Go back 15 seconds, see can we get that move. Ah, that's why. So Asprey goes wide off the track and that's how Gamble gets through there. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. So Asprey is still fighting with him there. So Harper is still going at Cooper here. Oh, Harper has it the inside line. Is he going to go for it? No. Cooper stays ahead. Cooper has more pace. That Honda is a very fast car in a straight line. So Harper has to kind of give in. Harper is too experienced to be going for city dives down the inside. He knows there's a long race ahead. Disgraced little battle here. So the guys behind have kind of settled down a bit as well. So can Cooper keep Harper behind? This is a great drive from a Pro-Am versus the Pro driver. So we're pulling a little bit of time there. So Gasson's in the pits already. Gasson is in the pits already. Interesting. Oh, he's got a drive-through to serve. That's why. Ouch. And look back here as well. Zakin is gonna have to go for it. Oh, what's happened here with the Santas? What's happened here with the Santas? Oh, him and the Aston. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh. That is tough titty Torkelton, but great for Tedder. This man here now is having a little break, and I'm sure a little sneaky hand shandy for himself. Hey, as there's what's happening here. Wow. Okay, they're just stopped on the track. Now there we go, guys. Sorry about that. That's Jones going down the inside of Jorgels. Where's Gamble? There he is there. Wow, so Gamble went off. All by his own accord by the looks of it. Nice little battle here. An awful lot of people going into the pits now. I'm sure damage and everything else has been quite interesting. So 6 minutes gone, should I say. Still Harper's fighting away. DeSantis though coming back a holding. So DeSantis is on a kind of a recovery drive at the minute. Oh, sends himself a bit wild there, and that's going to probably drop him down a spot. I know he's lucky enough. He seems to have got momentum and got going again. That could have been very, very touchy now at Juan and him, and Gamble and Swack at it again. Gamble's after getting back through, which is good because I know Gamble did have a bit of time there. How's Jorgels in his OnlyFans machine? Not doing too bad. And Harper here absolutely harassing Cooper again. There's not much Harper can do to him, and Cooper's placing his car very, very nicely, and he's not overdriving it either. I'm sure Harper's absolutely reveling this as well. A nice little battle. Tedder's sitting back there in 4th spot, but you know what? Or in 3rd spot, sorry, but I think Tedder is probably quite complacent at the minute, just looking after his tyres. Possibly could only go for fuel, and it depends how hard Cooper and Harper go, whether they'll have to change for tyres or not. But if Tedder looks after his tyres a bit now, I'm sure later on the race this will pay dividend for him as well, because he's not really under pressure. So looking forward to see what he can do there. as Adam Locke now is fighting with Mr. Seawall. Seawall, a newcomer to this race series here. He does come from other esports tournaments and leagues. What beautiful cars. So Harper is still trying his best to get by Cooper, but it's not happening at the minute for him. Be interesting to see. But Brewer in last spot though is trying to come back now at Newton. Carried a lot of speed. I think he just had to get out of it, unfortunately. That was a nice move. He got the job done. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Seeing what else is going on with these guys. There's an awful lot happening on the track. So much happening on the track. So Cooper is doing a phenomenal job, guys. Like you gotta give it to him. 10 minutes in, surviving this pressure of Harper all over the back. Now Tedder is under pressure now from Vickers. Vickers is flying into Aston Martin. Oh, Jorgels. Two McLarens absolutely flat. Only fans looks like they're going to get ahead. Jorgels looks like he has it. Doesn't have the inside line. Is he brave enough? He is brave enough. Woo! Oh, and Gamble gets a little touch, unfortunately, there. Doesn't look like he lost the spot. Although Swack is after losing one now as Jones gets... Yeah, that was unlucky. Jumping back on here now, Harper is doing his very best to get by Cooper here. This is the pressure you're under every single lap. Look how close Harper is in the braking. So Harper can carry much more speed through, but he does have to lift off though. So that's his view on the inside, and that Ferrari is right there, literally on his buck bumper. But I have to say this, Cooper, you're doing a phenomenal job out there under that constant pressure. How's Gamble getting on with Jorgels? Gamble is always there as well. This is the closest battle at present. Harper is slightly off. Oh, look at Swack though. Gamble's in the pits, so Swack's gone by. And Vickers and Tedder. Tedder is using every bit of that track. Harper is literally all over the back of Cooper, and Cooper is just not giving in. Cooper seems very comfortable out there. He's not overdriving it, he's just driving his own race. Like, you haven't seen any erratic kind of defending moves or anything like that. He's just placing the car very well. I gotta give it to the dude. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, what's happened here with Garcia? Oh wow, that was a big incident there. Let's go back here. This is a replay. What? Oh, that was a huge incident. Wow, 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 wow. That was massive. The steering is obviously broken in that car. God, you gotta feel for that. You gotta feel for that. That is just, that's sore. That's, ouch. Oh, Smee. Oh! As I jump on with Smee going in front there, he just got cut off and unfortunately has spun it out. Dang for him. Dang. Now look at this. Have Alzakin arguing away now, looking to get by Ghost Shack. Cooper now is the furthest I've seen. Did Harper have a bit of an error? That's the furthest I've seen Cooper away from Harper in quite a while. And I say furthest away, only half a second. That Porsche is carrying so much speed, but he's going to go for it. He's going to have to leave room. This is great stuff. What a move. That was a lovely move. Absolutely beautiful, and nice that we got it on board as well. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. So Vickers 0.4 of a second off Mr. Chris Tedder. Harper very close to Cooper there. He was very, very close to Cooper there. Ooh. This is some good race now here. See, Harper looks like he got a better drive out of there now. This might be his first chance to really go for it. He's carrying a little bit more speed, but the Honda then pulls. Just the top end of the Honda is so quick. And this is where I think Harper, he's just going to have to play the patience game. He's going to have to hope that Cooper's maybe using too much of those tyres, because he hasn't had an answer now for the first 15 minutes. He's been there and thereabouts. I'm sure if he got by Cooper, he would be released and there would be a bit more pace in it, but it's getting by seems to be the problem for him now, as Vickers though is tantalisingly close now with Mr. Tedder, and looks like it's going to be a drag race, but Tedder holds the inside line, which might be the only saviour there, and he's got through nicely. Tedder is on it as well as Vickers there. These guys, oh, Harper gets by. As I say that, Cooper comes back. Oh my god, let's go back 15 seconds. Let's see what happened here. So Harper ran very wide. Or sorry, Cooper ran very wide. Then Harper goes around and they did touch. But there you have it, guys. Harper has eventually got by Cooper. It's took him 15 minutes. Well, he has got the job done, but Cooper is right there, so Cooper is not going anywhere. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know what else to say. That was just absolutely crazy. So Vickers all over the back of Tedder. I wonder if Tedder's tyres starting to feel it there, because his car is dancing a little bit more. You can see on exits compared to the Aston Martin. So it's looking quite nice there at the minute. DeSantis is up. Okay, there's loads of people. So DeSantis is in the down. So sorry, it's just everything's flying around here at the minute with people going into the pits. So Brewer and Smee having a nice little battle there, down in 22nd and 21st. Brewer fancies it down the inside. Smee says no thank you. Swack's in the pits, so Swack's pitted as well. Vickers still at it. So there's been loads of bits of contact as well on the track, guys. Go back to DeSantis here and Holden. DeSantis' exhaust absolutely glowing red there. So this is Vickers. Oh, look at Harper is, or sorry, that was Tedder is sideways there. So Tedder is definitely experiencing some hotter tyres. So his car is definitely working those tyres quite a lot. The temps are obviously quite high. Or maybe it was just early in throttle. He's gone a bit more stable there. We'll see through the next, it's only the right-handers I see in his car dancing, so we'll have a look at the next right-hander as well. He's absolutely on it. He's doing a phenomenal job keeping Vickers behind, and it's not easy with this pressure as well. This is the guy who gives us the amazing track guides as well, fighting for his third position. So he seems to be a bit more stable there. I'm wondering if he's running no traction. Oh, as he's after losing an awful lot of speed there. So Vickers has a much better drive, but one thing for Tether, he still has that inside line. Yeah, and unfortunately Vickers is after losing a chunk of time there. I'm with DeSantis here now. Crazy, crazy. So guys, I hope you're enjoying watching this live. Unfortunately TikTok don't have any audio, because I found the reason was that the audio was being split between both and was distorting the mic. So I don't have any comms audio on TikTok tonight, unfortunately, but I will get a second mic to make that work if we keep getting good views on that there. So we've had passing views so far, 328 on a TikTok. But obviously once there's comms in it, I might keep it around a bit more, because we want ARC to be known everywhere, because it is by far the greatest ACC league out there for any amateurs, and even for the faster guys. As you're seeing here tonight, it's phenomenal racing so far. Vickers is after dropping quite a bit back off, so it's equal here, flying away. Other than that guys, it's starting to space out a little bit. It's kind of coming to that stage of the race where people are trying to manage. They're trying to kind of figure out, should they go for tyre changes, how are they finding it? So it is kind of coming to that part of the race where it's a mixture of who's going to go first. And it'll be interesting to see then who has fuel long term, like going for like lap 50 or 55. We've seen guys go up before and it's worked out very well for them. So it'll be interesting to see what strategies are in play in the likes of fuel, and even with the tyres as well. Who will take a tyre change, who will not. That's the joys of this game. It's only a fuel stop is mandatory, tyres is not mandatory. So this is the closest battle at present. As I say that, bit of battling going on here. Go check Gaston. Gaston's looking to get by a back marker there it was. Oh, Seabaldo coming back up now through the field. He's in 18th and moving up. Doing a great job, fair play to him in that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful livery as well. I do like it quite a lot. Runs a little bit wide. Vickers is pulling back in and header again. Great job there. So he's pulling time on Tether, so Tether will be starting to feel this. Let's see. That's what it looks like. That's how busy it looks in the car now. He has just so much more speed coming out of these corners. Tether knows where to place his car though. Absolutely flying it, he is. Equally as much as DeSantis is actually a little bit closer now to Jay Holden. It's a nice little battle. And then Brewer as well is still going along with Smee. Oh, Vickers and Tether though is getting close. Vickers and Tether is literally right there. Tedder gets a little bit squirrely in the higher speed. So we're 25 minutes nearly into this race, so nearly coming up to 50% at the 30-minute mark. Tedder a bit sideways there. Did you see that opposite lock? Kept that going very well, but he has scrubbed off a lot of speed here. It's all about placing his car now to block that Aston. So Aston has a really nice run here now. I don't think it's going to be enough because, as we've seen, oh, he's going for the inside now. He's making Tedder have to go wide, but he does jump off Tedder. Had no intentions of it. Tedder was going for it. Oh, as Vickers does get a little bit out of shape there. Great driving from both, but look at this. Foster's now getting involved in this battle here. So with these guys racing so hard, Foster is now getting involved with this as well. This is going to come a nice little ding dong now. What's happened? Swacko, he lost on the back straight. Seawall though, looks like he's going to make the move on that screw. Has the inside line. That screw not really good enough. Oh, they got through it though. That looked like it was going to be a lot worse than what it was. Great move by Seawall. Back to this little train. What it is a nice little train there. So Tedder is doing a phenomenal job. You got to give it to the guy, because my god, that is not easy. That pressure, especially Vickers is pushing it on in spades, especially coming out of the fourth sector. Great to see it. Racing at its best, to be fair about it, guys. Not much being said in Cooper, but he's doing a phenomenal job there in second spot. And he is in the amateurs. So the pro-ams he's in, and he's absolutely flying. And then Harper out in the pros, out in it there. So he's doing very good. So Vickers is getting close to Tedder again. Can he get it done? Chris does carry so much speed through there, doesn't he? So I think Chris is using the advantage of the Honda speed, and where it utilises the high speed corners by the looks of it, and then the lower speed, like here you can see then Vickers coming back. So the Aston obviously has a better aero, and just probably a slightly more grippy chassis and slow speed, but this Honda and high speed is just phenomenal. See, this is where you can see that Aston just with a slightly bit more grunt by the looks of it from that V8. Foster's back into this as well. Great shot. Three guys fighting for basically the podium, the last podium position at present. And we're 33 minutes to go, which is just, it's crazy to think that nearly half an hour has gone already. There's been so much action here, but Foster in the pits with Vickers. Who gets out first with this? Who is actually going to run lower fuel? So this is what I'm interested in seeing. I see DeSantis there still quite close. We'll keep an eye on that one. Who comes out, Vickers or Foster? So then we'll know who's going to aim for a tyre change. And this is a good indication then for the likes of Harper and Tedder, Cooper. Oh, Oxen. Oh, he's in the pits as well. I'm so keen to know who's going to be where, as DeSantis is absolutely on it. So Gaston's after getting through everyone. So they're down now in 13, 14. Oh no, 12 and 11 at the minute. So Vickers stays ahead of Foster's and has a car in between them, so that's not too bad. to be fair about it. Great going, guys. Absolutely great going. This is by far the second close battle as Wall. Don't know what happened to Wall. It looked like he had a bit of a spin there, did he? Okay, we'll go back to 30 seconds there. So Wall had a big off. That bonnet is completely ruined. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So he is under pressure there now. As DeSantis is in the pits, DeSantis has decided to pit. Quite interesting. Maybe you just thought, you know what, I'm losing too much time behind you, I'll go in now, I'll get me last sup of fuel and we'll go for it. So Wall's in the pits there now, that's what's happening there. As I'm always looking to see where the action is, guys. Oh, big spin by Apple, we got to see that live. Big spin, but you know what? Could have been a lot worse. Tires might be a little scaldy for now, but they get back going. So my interesting thing now is, can Heather stay ahead of Vickers and Foster, because that's where he was fighting. You've Jay Holden now doing a great job as well from 4th at present with Jan in 5th. Smith is up in 6th now. Give Smith a bit of love. Oh, gets through it, gets through it. That's what I like to see. Mad Panda Motorsport, as he calls it. Vickers though coming straight back into it now. Next target is Goetschlech, or whatever his name is, I can't say it. And there was no fight there. It was over. Let's Vickers get on with his race. Also good to see that. And Jones back at it there now. What's it like inside this McLaren? You can't really see too much of it. You can see how angry that car is. Asprey's in the pits. Foster is coming up now. He needs to get by those back markers and get himself back into it, because he's after losing to Vickers now 3.5 seconds. The gap is now to Vickers, and it's only growing, unfortunately for him. So Ghostic in the pits he goes. I was wondering why he just dropped off. Look at Cooper though, guys, still doing a great job lapping away and doing a phenomenal job there. He actually holds the fastest lap of the race, guys, as well. So I'm going to show you the times there and just give you an old look there and see who is yet to pit. So you can see the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 8 have yet to pit. But going nice and strong, which is great to see. As Foster here doing his damnedest now to try and get by Davies to get back on the road to getting Vickers, because he is quite a bit behind Vickers now, 4.5 seconds at present. And everyone who's watching on Twitch, you're very welcome along. Don't forget to just give me a like and follow if you can. I never ask for subs. If you do that, thank you very much. But if not, just please follow would mean the world to me. It'd obviously build up the page a bit more, and hopefully the more views we get in, the better for the likes of ARC to get more and more drivers. It's all about getting the reach up for them, for their sponsorship as well. And speaking of sponsors for them, I'm just going to fly in here really quick, guys, because I do have to mention, well, not have to mention, but we want to mention one of the sponsors here tonight, and we'll try and mention them all over the next while. But tonight I suppose what we're going to do firstly, I want to say thanks for affiliates today, especially to Simhound. So Simhound are actually a British race-based company. They strive to bring affordable sim racing rigs and accessories to you. So definitely check out their store, and don't forget to use the affiliate link that ARC have, because as you're buying, it will help out ARC then, because they pay for all the different servers and stuff like that. So that's why we have the affiliate links there in the leagues. It's all about sustaining it. So yeah, give them a look if you're looking to buy any sim racing gear. The choice is then that ARC might get a small percentage. I think it's very minimal, but it's enough to maybe go towards all these online servers. So there's the advertising out of the way, guys. So it looks like Cooper's in the pits, Harper's in the pits. Is Tedder gonna go for the pits? This is now what I'm intrigued to see. Hi Andy, how are you doing? How are you keeping me? So all the top three are now in the pits. There's one pit, because there is a few. You're a bit late. Ah, sure, look, better late than never, mate. Better late than never. So does one stay out or does he go, and does Smith stay out? This is what I'm intrigued to see. So one's staying out. Does Smith stay out? Foster's fighting away. I do want to keep an eye on all the racing as well, but did Tedder? Chris Tedder jumped Harper and Cooper. What? Am I seeing this right? Chris Tedder has obviously not went for tyres and has jumped Harper. Oh, the cheeky little mare. Love it. What? So Smith now is fighting with Tedder at present. Oh my god. This is... Wow. 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 Game changer. Thanks very much, Andy. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, the Thursday race was absolutely amazing. Looking forward to next Thursday as well. Tomorrow night, though, I am streaming for the first time in a Formula 1 league in... I think it's been about 7 or 8 months since anyone comes in a Formula 1 race, so that's tomorrow night live. And then Tuesday with World Touring Cars, Wednesday's MX5 Cup, Thursdays with yourselves, Andy, in a set of course, and then Sunday. Now we are live on TikTok as well, and I will buy a second mic so we can have the full comms live on TikTok also. So for now, the race is just live on TikTok. We will try and get the comms going with that, because I think it'll bring it a bit more in depth to have 2 amazing streams where we can be advertising this amazing league and others. So DeSantis and Cooper swapped over there. So it looks like a Ferrari is off on track, so Cooper now is 6.1 seconds off Harper. So I was asking you, oh, Liam Smith's in the pits there, so that's released Harper now. So let's go on with Harper's view. How far away is Tedder? Can he see Tedder? 6.1 seconds away. Tedder is somewhere on that hill. This will be quite an interesting one to see. Is this loads of people going to do? No! What's happened here? What has happened here? Let's go back 15 seconds. No, 15 seconds is not enough. So it seems. Oh! Oh! That was just unlucky for everyone involved there. Wow, and Gasson's only getting back into the pits now. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, what's happened here, guys? This is just accidents everywhere now. So it's hard on the... Oh no, it looks like he just lost the braking. Oh, he tried to go through that and broke himself up. Well, I think he's learned he can't try through them now. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So Smith is in the pits and coming out of the pits now, should I say. This is something I'm very intrigued by. Harper is catching Tedder at quite a rate of knots, and that's the difference in tyres. So can Tedder have an answer when Harper comes around? Because I think it's going to be a very, very tough one to do, is to hold them off now. So I'm very intrigued to see what can or can't be done with this. It's going to be quite an interesting one. They are on it like a carb on it. Harper's catching him so fast. It's, I think, Tedder a genius move. But you can see Harper already in the back distance now. So everyone has spread out quite a bit, guys, and this is what normally happens now. So we are now into who can make it home, who can keep the tyres, and who has fueled enough. And who has even overfueled, because that can slow you down. But at the minute, Harper is catching Tedder at quite a rate of knots, and that is definitely a difference of fresh tyres, because the time difference in the pits there was massive. So it does go to show Harper went for new tyres, as to Cooper, so Cooper is doing a phenomenal job. I was going to use a bad word, but I said I won't. Keep this old stream PG. DeSantis is obviously going to have to find something now as well to catch up with these guys. He's 6.2 seconds off them. Just to give you a quick look at the times, guys. And Juan is the only person left to pit. As you see, there's a 1, and then that literally means then that he has to pit. So yeah. As Harper now is on Tedder. Oh, that back marker though definitely didn't help Harper there as he clips the wall. Oh, this is it now. Within a second of him. What is going to happen here, guys? What is going to happen? Because I really don't know. Tedder will fight like the lion that he is, and he has the heart of a champ. So let's see what he can do. Harper is all out for this. Cooper will be looking to get involved in this in a few laps time as well. He's catching them slowly but surely. See, this is the difference between pitting on old tyres and pitting with getting fresh tyres. You lose an extra 10-12 seconds in the pits, but look at the time difference there. When a few laps he is all over Harper now. Harper actually on Tedder, sorry. Oh, on the passenger view here, this is... What can Tedder do to keep Harper behind? If he can do that, because there's a huge difference in grip. Beautiful camera angle, I do love it. It's a massive difference with new rubber, Evans. Like, that was only a few laps and literally pulled in 6 seconds within 3 laps or 4 laps. And now he's just finding, anyway, I think he's going to get it done here. He's going to have more grip around the outside. Going to carry a bit more speed. It's a matter of time, to be honest with you, and a feel for Tedder. The back marker though, and the mark. Oh, he touched. Oh, that was just so tough going. That's Tedder after losing a lot of time there. So what we're going to do, I'm going to jump onto the interior with Tedder, and we're going to just do a replay here. So this is just Tedder's view of this here, guys. Now, I think Tedder kind of knew it was going to happen at some stage. Oh. I don't know. I think the move could have happened maybe later. It is what it is with these kind of corners. It's half a dozen to one, half a dozen to the other. What is going on here? Tedder went into his own world there by the looks of it. That was tough. That was tough. But he can keep going. It's still an essential podium on. which is the main thing for him. Juan is doing some job out there, still has not pitted, and unless there's only about 17 and a bit minutes left, so Juan surely has to pit soon. Hardly going to bring it down to the last 5 minutes and then pit and then go back out. If he does, fair play to him. Splash and dash would be absolutely cool to see as well. Seen it a few weeks ago. Wow, that was a game changer. And Mr. R. Cooper still has the fastest lap of this race at 144.282. Is Harper going to be able to do anything to beat that? At the minute, no, he's just staying steady. Swack staying in 22nd. We have lost a few drivers, but Swack doing a great job. Seawall doing a great job as well in his first race. He's been unlucky in one or two little small incidents as well, but the car's repaired and back out there, and a few war scars on the front splitter and that, but kept going, which is great to see. As what happened, Asprey has got a mile by Newton there, so I don't know what happened. So Tedder just needs to get his head down and back into it. That was very unlucky. Very, 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 very unlucky. See, Tickner is watching over there. Yeah, it was half a dozen of one and one of the other, Evans. Like, I have my opinion on it. I used to do stewarding. I have my opinion on it. I'm not going to say it because I'm doing comms and I'm staying equal. But I do have my opinion on it. Cooper, I have to say, I'm delighted for him. I think Cooper's doing an amazing race. So Davies is starting to get close now to Ockazin, so Erskine, so we can stay on with them. Like Evans, I wouldn't like to be the steward for that one. Put it like that. Put it like that. But yeah, no, that was absolutely crazy. Great movement around anyway. So he's catching him slowly but surely. This is the closest battle on track by quite a bit. It's quite spread out now, unfortunately. Right back here. Flying away here with that one now. So Cooper is catching Harper a little bit. I'm wondering, does Harper have an issue? Or is Cooper just giving it everything? I'll go back onto this. So Davis, it looks like he's catching Oxen now, but oh, much better line share. Oxen got a little bit. Oh, finally got the job done. That was a nice move. Nice move. So with that, we're going to jump on with Vickers here, because Vickers is starting to catch DeSantis now. Interesting there. Good man, Mihal, what's the crack with you? Seeing the FFG mini thing. How are you keeping, bro? How is life? Hope you're doing good, my man, and welcome along. This is ARC's a set of course race on a Sunday. This is pros and the pro-ams here, mate. Some great action here tonight so far with these a few hero stories, a few hard luck stories as usual in racing. We started off with a 25 car grid. We're now on 22 at the minute. We've lost 3 in there. So C1 is in the lead, but he is yet to pit, and then we will be back to where it is. So with these here, it's pros and pro-ams, And then there is another race on tonight in the other side of things, which I swap between both championships so they both get a bit of airtime. And next week will be the silver and amateurs. So they gave us great racing last weekend in Brands Hatch, in a sopping wet Brands Hatch, should I say. So let's see what they can do for us next week. But these pros, as always, give us an absolutely brilliant a look at what's happening on track. And looking here, so Cooper's quality time was a 1:43.5, and in the race fast lap a 1:42.282. So definitely he might have a bit more time in it here. You never know. Can Harper do any more either? Ah man, I'm good to hear your life is good, Michael. Glad to see that. Yeah, my life's great, working away and getting the comms on this Scully. So if you're looking at either joining racing with these or even just watching the racing, I stream actually 4 days for these. So on a Tuesday night it is the World Touring Cars, on Wednesday night it's the MX5 Cup, on Thursday night it's the sprint race for this, so the Assetto Corsa Compazone sprint race. It was absolutely hectic last week with a night race though on Thursday. It was brilliant. And then we have this on Sunday, and I'm now comms on a Formula 1 league on the Monday night on F1 2022. So that's starting actually tomorrow, my first time with them. So first time back doing comms on Formula 1 in 6-7 months, whatever it was, since I last done comms on Formula Fanatics, which we closed because I just didn't have the time and I wanted to focus more on doing what I'm doing now. But back to this amazing racing here, and yeah, at the minute Juan is absolutely flying this. He's yet to pit, so he's doing 50 minutes so far. He's going to be doing a splash and dash near the end, and let's see what it does for him. But Harper, as you can see now, is catching him very, very quickly. Tedder is 15 seconds off Cooper now, so Tedder, unfortunately after that spin, I'd say absolutely cooked the tyres more and more there. And yeah, it was a very unlucky first corner, but he just needs to focus because that is essentially a third spot, so he needs to keep Vickers behind him. But Juan here, this is what I'm looking at. Juan is getting caught by Harper. Does Juan pit now, or does Juan wait till he pit on the last minute? We're gonna find out. It's absolutely crazy stuff. You can see the difference in grip there. So Harper is reeling him in 10th by 10th by 10th. But gonna go back here to a live race though, as Asprey is looking now to attack Askew. Oh, and drops it, and that is unfortunately not what he was looking to do, but these things happen. As Harper is catching up with Jan now. Wow. Asprey, I'm sure, will need an aspirin after that. That was a heavy hit into that wall. Definitely most likely damage of that. You'll see him going into the pits. I'm fairly sure of that. So Juan is quite an interesting one because they're pulling time on Tedder. So Tedder's losing time. Vickers is right on him nearly. Can Tedder hold Vickers then for the next 8-9 minutes? But more importantly, is Juan going to jump to get third spot if he does the splash and dash? So this to me is going to be quite an interesting addition to this race. And this will be very interesting. So Vickers is all over the back of Tedder's here now, guys. I have a feeling Tedder's is a sitting duck. I think after that spin might have just cooked his tyres a little bit more than needed. Could have damaged anything, I don't know. Tedder's doing what he can. He's doing a phenomenal job. Like, this man has the heart of a lion, as I was saying earlier on. Placing the car perfectly as well. So Juan's in the pits now. Harper's in the lead, 3 seconds clear of Cooper, so Cooper could hopefully give us a little more of a race near the end as well. See what happens. Tedder needed that little bit of a break, so does Tedder get by Juan? Juan's coming out of the pits already by the looks of it. So Juan done a great job. I don't know where he's going to finish. But doing a great job anyway, nonetheless. So this is for the last podium position. This is the drive. So Tether knows, squeeze them just enough, but Tether then has the inside line. Tether just seems to have that corner done lovely. He gets a little bit sideways there. Oh, that caught Vickers off by surprise there. Tethers was braking for the corner. Caught Vickers off, but no contact and back onto it to go. So this is just going to keep it going and going and going and going and going. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Does he get down the inside? He's going down the outside. Does he have more grip to keep carrying it? Tethers holding that inside line. It looks like he does. It looks like he's got the move done. He has the move done. Wow. Tethers will try his best to come back. He's flashing the lights. Trying anything to kind of put him off. But it looks like Cooper has got that, or sorry, Vickers has got the job done on Tether there now. Tether's racecraft is second to none. He's an absolute legend. He's an absolute legend. Wow. So it looks like that is now done for him. For now, anyway. So Harper looks like he's settled into the race lead with just under 6 minutes to go now. Harper has kind of pulled a little bit back on Cooper here. And they are literally 23 and a bit seconds clear. I'll show you the times there really, really quick. So there's a huge difference. And you can see the difference in laps as well. So there has been a few people lapped quite a few times there. But whether it's from incidents or what, that all depends. But Tether is dropping off, so Tether just needs to keep the Santis behind him now. I'm fairly sure the Santis got fresh tyres as well, so that could be an issue for him down the line. By the way though, Vickers, looking at the times there, I think he's fairly clear. Once he stays clean, he's fairly clear. And Cooper still has the fastest lap of this race, guys. So as you heard there, the pit window is now closed, and that's it. We're under the last 5 minutes of this race. So this dude is doing a great job, Seawall, in his very first race on the Sundays. He done a great debut race. I think he finished in 8th or 9th place. I can't remember the exact place. I'm sure he'll remind me after this. Pretty sure it was about 8. Just going off the top of my head. So he's done a phenomenal job tonight. You know, he's had a tougher race tonight because it was a bigger grid, and unfortunately his car was in the wars a little bit. That is racing, guys, especially in the GT cars, and luckily enough they can take it. It's not like a Formula 1 car where a wheel falls off, your race is over. You can get back to the pits. Yes, you're going to have to do repairs. You could be in the pits for a minute or two depending on how heavy it is, but you can get back out there and still make something of your race. Yeah, so Cooper's definitely dropping off now, so I don't think Cooper's going to do much more on this one. The Santis though is getting very close to Tether now, which Tether will not like to see, because then Foster is not too far off then in the distance in his BMW. So old tyres and damage, no, that can't be helping him, unfortunately. It is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, he done a ballsy move, Evans, by trying to use the old tyres to the end and get that track position, but unfortunately just the time difference with fresh tyres and old tyres there was just huge tonight, as you've seen yourself. So Tethers, I don't think has done much wrong tonight. He was unlucky. He got spun as well, and he was just unlucky. I think Tethers was just massively unlucky. But still, when you're saying unlucky, to be finishing in 4th, maybe 5th, depending if he can hold him off for the next few laps, you know, for having a bad race and still finishing that high, ain't that bad. Let's be fair about it. There's harder luck stories than that there down the grid tonight. But we started off with 25, still have 22 racing, so that's very, very good. I don't know what happened the other 3, but sure, these things happen. But I gotta give it to all these guys tonight. They've put on an amazing show for us. DeSantis though is always thereabouts as well. Like I have to say, he's quite a good guy. And I love the diversity of the cars on the grid here as well. But as you can see there, 2 Hondas in the top 10, 2 Astons, 2 BMWs, 1 Merc, 1 Ferrari, and an Audi. The only Porsche on the grid is sitting in 11th spot. I'm surprised there's not more Porsche used. Maybe there's something I don't know about these cars. Well, most likely there is something I don't know about these cars. So Tedder is keeping DeSantis at bay. DeSantis looks like he's overdriving it to try and get on top of Tedder's. 2 minutes left to go. I hope there's no do or die moves. If you can't get the job done, see it. Get the car home. Foster is definitely catching up on them as well, down to 2.5 seconds. So he's after catching over 2 seconds nearly in the space of a few laps. So Harper, I'm sure, will be wiping his forehead at the end of this one going, that was a tough one, because he had to fight against Cooper and then he had to go and catch up with Tedder and get by Tedder. So he's not had it quite easy tonight, but this guy Cooper has done amazing here as well. Shout out there for a Pro-Am sitting in 2nd spot after getting pole, and he has the fastest lap, and to finish in 2nd, fair play to him. Vickers done a great job and has pulled 8 seconds clear now of Tedder's, but that is the difference, as Evans was even saying there as well. It's the difference between having fresh tyres and grip. So I hope Tedder's hold on to 4th place, because he really truly deserves 4th place minimum tonight. He's done very little wrong himself. Unfortunately, it is what it is with these kind of things happen in racing, and he took probably the ballsiest move by not going on fresh tyres. And you know, I have to admire that as well. I think when he's seen the gaps, he thought, look, I've nothing really to lose. Now he's only lost 1 position from doing it, but I think it was definitely worth doing it, and I'm sure if he didn't have that spin, he would probably still be in 3rd place, depending. So I'm wondering, did he get any damage in that collision there? But here we have the race leader Harper going around now. 3 seconds clear of his nearest rival, which is Cooper tonight. Smith's done an amazing job in that Mercedes this week. It's not just he's done well, he's done a great job after changing cars. And I did forget to mention that, so I do apologise, Smith, but you have done an amazing job tonight, mate. Up in 9th spot. The only other Pro-Am in the top 10 as well, by the way. Very well done. I'll be looking forward to the interviews here with Harper, Cooper and Vickers once they join in, which I'll try to get them in now in a minute. As now Harper's comes around the last corner to claim victory tonight in a very, very tough and I'd say mentally draining race, with Cooper in 2nd spot. I'm sure he's chuffed with that there. Probably thinks to himself, oh, I could have had the race, but to not to be that far off it as well is very good. Vickers then done everything he could to get back up into 3rd spot. It's done amazing, but DeSantis under pressure from Foster as well here. I will keep an eye on that gap. I'll try and watch all these cars go around the track. I have to jump onto this one here because this is literally coming up to the last bit. As we have then Heather going across the line, very well done to him. But these have to race to the line. There's no showing off here for them. Foster, DeSantis, then Wan is coming around. Wan done a phenomenal job, pitted literally in the last 7-8 minutes. That was phenomenal driving for him tonight. Gamble then in 9th spot, and that beautiful BMW. Then Smith, who has changed cars and his first race in this Mercedes tonight, and an amazing livery, you gotta give it to him, has done a great job. Then you have Davies then in his Aston Martin, done a great job as well there with the Martini livery. Oxen's already in the pits, so an awful lot of these back markers have been in the pits. Then Locke, Smee, Askrew, Newton on the track, Jones, Asprey, Jurgles in his OnlyFans, Seawall, a great job from him as well, Gojek and Swack. So what I'm going to try and do now, I'm going to try and get the top 3 into into going. So let me 1 second. See if these guys are available now for a top 3 interview. Just ask them there now. Let's go to Headicam and show the pits, I suppose. That was a phenomenal race. Genuinely had everything there. Chris, wow, is all I'd say to you. I think it did cost you third as well, honestly, but mate, you done a phenomenal job. And it was the ballsiest move in the world to try it. But to be fair about it, I honestly thought it was good, but I didn't realise though how big the difference was with the tyres, with fresh and with old tyres, and it was a fucking massive jump. Massive jump. So I'm just waiting for the guys to get into the streaming waiting area for hopefully jumping in for interviews. Let's hope that they jump in fairly quickly. Chris, how are you doing?
Not bad, you?
Not bad. My throat's nearly cut off now with all this shouting and talking. And but mate, well done in third place. That was a phenomenal drive. Did you think it was on the cards today?
Honestly, no. I haven't put in much practice. I've kind of thrown together a setup.
Yeah.
And I thought I did well qualifying in the top 10 bit, to be honest.
You done a great job. But I have to say, the race you came alive in it, in fairness.
Say that again, sorry.
You came very alive in the race, to be fair.
Yeah, what I didn't do was plan for it getting quite a bit colder.
Yeah.
So within 15 minutes of the race start, the pressures were down sort of 3 or 4 clicks. I wasn't going to take tyres at first, but I'd fueled sort of in between taking tyres and not taking tyres, so I could make the call through the race.
Right.
With the pressures dropping, the track getting colder, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it, get the right pressures and push to the end.
Yeah, no, I have to say you've done a great job. And how nerve wracking was it when you were seeing you were catching Chris there? Like, were you thinking, right, I need to just be smart about this and wait, or we just go and fuck it, I'll attack her?
Yeah, because I was battling with Chris before I decided to pit as well, and he makes that car quite wide, I must say.
Yeah.
He's a very, very hard defender. But it looked like the rate I was catching him, I don't think he took tyres.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He tried something different.
Yeah, and there were a couple of laps. I tried a few things and they didn't work. And there was one of the back markers I managed to get around the outside, around the boot.
Yeah.
Because I had the grip. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try and get alongside him and go for that. Because he's likely to defend the inside. And he did.
Yeah.
So I just stuck it around the outside and it managed to stick.
Oh, well, it showed the difference in the new and old tyres, didn't it? It was a huge, huge difference.
It was about 2 seconds a lap, I think, in the end, yeah.
No, that was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. They're trying to get Cooper in and Harper, but they're taking their sweet ass time. But
He's probably wondering what's going on because I think this was his first race.
yeah, he just done it.
He's in the waiting room now.
I'll pull him in here now. She might as well stay in and annoy him as well.
Yeah, will do.
Good man, Cooper. How you doing?
Hello.
Well, congratulations on your second spot, mate, and fastest lap as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Chris said you were a bit slow, but he said he let you go ahead of him.
Oh, no, well, to be fair, it didn't go to plan, really. If anything, it went the complete opposite.
Are you giving out that you finished second on your first race?
It's not my first race, no. It's just I've jumped in as kind of like a guest invite to other leagues and other races, so it's not my first race, no.
Well, you've done a fucking brilliant job, excuse the French, but getting pole, fastest lap. Look, you were just unlucky. I just think that I think the Honda was probably just a bit too kind of leery, I'd say that was all, but you're doing amazing. You're only just under 4 seconds off by the end.
Yeah, it was a bit annoying really, because the idea was to basically fill up light, don't change tyres, and then hopefully the drop off would be enough to pull a gap, so Ryan would put, I'd still continue to be in front. So
Yeah.
I wasn't really pushing for the kind of first half, and then I made a mistake, which meant I had to push, and then I ended up changing tyres, and it meant that I couldn't really kind of catch that advantage. But yeah, quite happy with that. Can't complain. Second's better than third, but not as good as first, really.
Well, I'd still be happy. I think you've done amazing, mate. Like you don't do much wrong, so you know you can't really give out, and you held the fast lap as well. But yeah, I have to say you're very, very lucky that you did pit for tyres, because Chris Vickers, seeing how good the advantage was of having fresh tyres over old tyres there as well with his third spot. Like it was night and day near the end.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it would have been, I knew I would have been slower towards the end. It would have just been touch and go, whether the gap would have been big enough, because you get that 15-second advantage. But
Yeah.
when I lost that kind of initial spot in the first half, it meant I had to kind of change the tyres because I needed to start pushing again.
Yeah.
But yeah, happy with it. Last time we crashed on Thursday, so to finish the race was also a bonus.
True. At least a day race this time. It wasn't a night race near the end. No, I think he's done brilliant anyway. I don't think Harper doesn't seem like he's going to be joining by the looks of it, guys. So what I will say is very well done to both of you on your podiums. He's done an epic race, because the whole concentration on this track for so long, fair play to you.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. And
Ryan's just jumped in the waiting room.
I'll drag him in here now. I'll tell him now that you said that he's very slow. So, Mr. Ryan, the slowest man on the track today, how are you keeping?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
Well, how was that for you?
I don't know, all a bit mixed feelings, to be honest. I had a couple of incidents. I'm not so sure what actually happened, whether I thought really. So happy at the minute, but I'm not sure whether what issues happened.
Yeah, I think the probably what you're thinking of was the one with yourself and Tedder, is it?
Yeah.
Look, to be honest with you, I done a replay on it, and I done it from inside his car. It's a tough one. The stewards are going to have a tough one with that. It's just, it is what it is. But you don't have to know.
I knew his tyres were gone, but he just kind of was slow on the inside, so I just tried to go around the outside, give him room. But whether I give him enough room, I don't know. Like I said, he thinks it's my fault, but I'm not. I need to look back at it, really.
Yeah, when you'll see it even on the stream, like the replay, you can have a look yourself in your own one. But for me, it looked like when you're going around them, you definitely had way more pace, so you could easily throw it around the outside. But I just think it's when you started turning was just a tiny bit sooner than him, and hence then that you clipped him. But that, it's something that would have to be analysed a lot. Like I done stewarding before, and I think I'd have to look at it about 5 or 6 times. So to me, from the quick look on it, it was tough, but it could be a racing incident. I don't know. It depends how much you look at it and look into it. You have to look at all the different angles. But other than that, we'll forget about that bit for now. You had an amazing race, and Cooper absolutely took the pressure. Like literally, I think it was for the first 15 minutes, not a bother. I'm sure that was probably frustrating for you trying to find a way by as well, was it?
To be honest, I was just trying to hold back a little bit. I was just trying to pressure him into a mistake. I didn't want to move on him or dive on him or anything like that. I just want to keep behind him. If he makes a mistake, great. If he doesn't, I'm there. He actually made a slight mistake into the fast right, and I managed to get past just. I think we made a little bit of contact. I don't know what happened, whether, again, there was enough room either side. But,
I remember that one as well, yeah.
Then, actually, paid off a little bit.
Yeah, no, it was. I have to say, it was great action. It was so close with you and Cooper, and even at the end, there was not even 4 seconds in it, so it was a fairly even kind of fight, really,
Yeah, it was good play. Like I said, it kept me pressurising, made me keep pushing ahead. I think there was only 3 or 4 seconds max, weren't there? About the whole race was crazy, like I said. Yeah, it's good to have a bit of pressure, good to have a bit of a battle.
Yeah. It was a different kind of a race from Thursday. It was a bit more aggressive from everyone, but it was absolutely amazing for us watching it anyway. It was definitely amazing. And to be honest with you, even though you done amazing, I would actually give Cooper my driver of the day for the race today. I just think he done a great job there and held the pressure for so long as well. And even where Vickers getting up there, and Liam Smith done very well in his first time in the Merc as well. There was an awful lot of great racing out there throughout the field. I'm sure when you're looking back at the streams later on, you'll see it. It was it was a great race.
Yeah, I look forward to watching it back.
Well, look, guys, thanks everyone for jumping in for the kind of podium celebrations, I suppose, after the race. You've all done brilliant, and thanks very much for the show you've put on, lads.
Yeah, cheers for doing the stream again.
Cheers. No bother at all. It's a pleasure, guys. Thank you.
Look forward to watching that back.
Thank you very much. Well done, Ryan.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, congrats.
Well done.
Congrats all. Bye bye.
So guys, there you have it, another phenomenal race. Yeah, Sparky saying GG, sorry if I killed anyone first race nerves. Doc Smith, what a day. Yeah, fair play to everyone for racing. I'm back tomorrow night now with my first stream in a Formula 1 race. And then back Tuesday with ARC with the World Touring cars, and then Wednesday onwards it's the same thing. It's in my schedule anyway. It's been an absolute pleasure for me, and I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Unfortunately, at the start of the night there was some mic issues, but luckily for qualifying in the race they were pretty much sorted. What it was, because I've streamed this live as well on TikTok for the first time, it seems that the mic, when it splits, when it's trying to work on two of them, goes a bit mad. So I'm going to get a second mic during the week, guys, so that way we can have two mics, the two streams running with proper audio, and yeah, we'll hopefully build ARC to be a bigger and bigger and bigger community, because it's by far the best a set of course and a set of course comp and zone community out there. And well done for Mr. Cooper again on the second spot, coming in there saying well done, GG. Yeah, so well done to the top three and for everyone for that, because that was a battle of attrition, concentration and everything else. Absolutely epic. Cannot wait for next week now, guys, so thank you so much for joining in.